Today on our Creo series for beginners, we're going to be doing our layout tab in our drawing part. So as you can see, this is what it's going to look like when it's all done and dusted. So please stick around, like and subscribe to the video, and if you stick around you'll see how you get to actually do all of this, and I'm going to explain all of these functions over here in the rest of this video. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to open an assembly. I'm just going to use this assembly here from my previous designs. As you can see, there's a few parts here, a few hinges, a few pins, so on and so forth. So then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to say new. We're going to say drawing. We are going to can just leave it drawing 001. We are going to say empty with format this time. Then we're going to say browse. Then you're going to go to wherever your format is saved. So mine is actually in my working directory. Okay, so now I've selected my format, empty with format. I say okay. Okay, now in this format, it's going to ask you parameters. So drawn by, and I'm just going to say custom CAD man. Okay, it's going to ask you what the project is. I'm going to say assembly. Okay, it's going to ask you material spec, steel. Okay, surface finish, say painted. Parameter current sheet 1 and revision 1. Okay, then it's going to jump over to the drawing format. Now in the previous video I showed you guys how to select, right click and select. So there is actually a different way to do it. If you click on your general feature right here, it will actually ask you the same thing. Open the same menu, you say okay, and then I click. Okay, then again your drawing menu opens with your scales and okay, scale, custom scale, let's make it 0.1, say apply. Okay, let's go 0.2, apply. Okay, now visible area, full display, we're going to leave it shaded with default. Okay, now again, to shift this, all I do is I click, I right click, unselect the lock view movement, and I shift it. Okay, now we do have, I'm going to start with the feature here, which is actually your detail feature. So we are going to zoom in, select an area, so I'm just going to select there. Okay, then you're going to select the surrounding that you want of that detail that you're going to make a different view of in zoomed in view. So let's say there, as you can see the curve I'm creating, that's actually your cutting curve. So whatever that curve goes around, that's actually the shape it's going to cut out. So when I'm done, I push the center of my mouse, then it will do that. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to left click where I want that view. Okay, now just like all our other views, we right click, we say properties, we say scale, we can change this to 1, close, as you can see there it says detail A, and right over here it also says detail A. So we can actually go back change the scale to say 0.7, I think, just so we can make it a bit smaller. Then you can place this wherever you like. Okay, then as I showed you, yeah, it says detail A, so it will reference back to that detail. So that will be your detail view. Your projection view, this is now not going to end up in the block, but I can show you exactly how it works. We're going to go projection view. You're going to select the view you want to project. You can go to the side. If you go this side, it will give you one view. If you go the other way, different view. Same as when I right click and I selected projection view, but this is now just a key instead of using the drop down menu. Click, and as you can see there, it gives you a different view, gives you the projected view of that one. And again, if I click projection again and I click that same view and I go this way, again it's going to flick it the other way. So depending on which direction you go with this, that's the way it's going to change your view. It's not always going to be this way for the same view or that way for the same view. It depends on the orientation of this view. If I go now and I right click on this and I say properties and I say front and I say apply, then see it's asking me, do you want to modify view orientation? Yes. Okay, close. Now as you can see, it's changed this to the front, and now there's the one side and there's the other side. Okay, obviously you can't really see the one is the left and the one is right because they are symmetrical designs, but if I click there, properties, change back to standard, say apply, and ask me the same question, and okay, now you can see the one has gone one way, the one has gone the other way. Okay, simple, easy. Then again, the same features I showed you, these are just the other steps. So we can click new sheet here and you'll see, watch here when I click on this button now, so it gives you a new sheet there. Again, it's asking me all the same parameters. If I don't want to fill any parameters in, all I say is okay, and then it will leave it blank on the actual format, so don't worry about it. So I can click here on this tab here and it will add a page, or I can click there for new sheet. Okay, now instead of right clicking here, hey guys, sorry to interrupt your video. I just wanted to ask you, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's going to make it easier for me to share my content with you guys in the future, and it will make it so that you don't miss anything. Cool, here goes the video. Okay, now instead of right clicking here and going to setup like this for the page, okay, there is a button here as well, sheet setup. Okay, drawing format, see, exactly the same. Yeah, we can change the format if we want to change the format. We can remove the format like that. You can change the size. So there's a couple of options here. You can change from landscape to portrait. It's not available now because I'm using my format, but if you go to one of the standard formats, then you can change those options. So quite simple. Then again, drawing models. If you go drawing models here, you can select a new model if you want to add a different model. So add model, say we want to add just that part, or let's say we're going to add the solid plate. Okay, we're going to say open. Again, this has got flat states and it's got normal state, but we're just going to use the normal state. Open and insert, and I'm going to right there click there and say okay. Now as you can see there, this is now a different part to what we had on page 1. Let me just change the scale quickly. Scale custom 0.7. okay, as you can see, different part to page 1. It's one of these parts, even though it's the same drawing. So in your PDF it will be one PDF with different pages. It's a different part. So now if you want to select between the two parts that you've got, okay, because you've now added a part to your actual drawing system or layout, all you have to do is at the bottom here, you can actually left click, right click, edit value. Then you can switch between your parts here. So if I now click on that part and I say general, as we've discussed now, and I say okay, and I click there, lo and behold, it's the other part. It's not the same part as we were just dealing with. It's the part from page 1. Okay, so I'm not going to save that. That's just an example, but that is the easy way to do it. Those are your few odds and sods on the actual layout tab. Yeah, so these buttons are all there instead of pushing on the right menu. So instead of doing this and getting all of this, you can get to all of these. Okay, now there's another nice feature here. If your sheet, if you want to change the order of this, because this is maybe your front sheet that you want and that is the other sheet, you can actually click, left click, drag it, okay, and it will actually shift them around. So now that's page 2, that's page 1. You can also, if you right click on this, you can rename this. So we can say part 1, enter, right click, rename, main assembly, just as an example. Okay, so you can actually call them whatever you want to call them. It is nice if you're having multiple pages and you have multiple parts in here and multiple assemblies. If you want to rename them like this instead of just page 1, 2, 3, 4, it makes it a little bit simpler when you're trying to filter through them. But this is with, I think, with a lot of pages. Generally, if it's 2 or 3 pages, you're going to know exactly which page is which. And if you don't, I mean, it's easy to switch between the two. It's not the end of the world. Okay, now if I want to remove these views, all I have to do is click and push delete. Okay, same on this one. Click, push delete. Okay, now on this view, okay, on your detailed view here, you can also annotate. It's the same as any other drawing. I can easily click there, drag it here, and it will give me a dimension. The same as all our other parts in our drawings. It's the same thing, works the same. It's nothing complicated. It's exactly the same setup as on the other parts. So that is your layout tab. It's very simple. Quite a few nifty little features to make your life easier instead of using this menu the whole time or this menu, but it's up to you. Depends how you want to use it, depends what you want to do, but generally it's very easy to use, and those are the main ones you basically use on your drawings at this point. If this video was helpful and it showed you a few things you didn't know, or if it showed you how to use this and you've never used it before, like and subscribe this page so that I can post more stuff and you can see the following steps in our series for the beginners. And I promise you, if you follow this series, by the end of the series you will be able to do and design. Nice to have everybody watching. That's me, and we are out of here. Have a great one. Hey guys, quick favor, if this video helped you, tap like. It tells YouTube my content is worth showing to more people. And hit subscribe if you want more quick tutorials, tips and real engineering tricks for Creo. More videos dropping every week. Have a great one, guys.